everyone, this is Betz White and I'm going to show you how to install a tuck catch closure. There are 4 components to a tuck catch, also called a thumb catch. There is the tuck lock, the catch, the back plate, and the prong. You'll also need a pocket and a flap or whatever you're attaching the catch to, a seam ripper, or you can also use an awl, a marking tool, a batting scrap, and some fray check. We'll start with the flap and the lock. So you'll take your lock, and you can see it has some little flanges here, and what you're going to do is slide the flap in between those two. So I have my flap marked with the center point, and I'm going to slide this on, lining it up with the center, all the way up. And then I'm going to take my marking tool and make 2 marks in the holes of the lock. Then we can take that off, and I'll take my seam ripper, or if you have an awl, that would be really helpful, and poke holes in there all the way through. And then you're going to take the lock and slide it back on. And now you'll grab your little prong set here. Now we have the prongs pushed through from the front through the lock into the back. And what I want to do now is on those 2 slits, put a little fray check. And that will help if there's any little loose threads from your fabric fraying. Now you'll want to either take your thumbs or an eraser or a pen and push those prongs down flat with the back. And now you have the lock attached to the flap, and we'll attach the catch to the pocket. I've got my pocket piece, and it's just the front of the pocket. There's no lining, it's not constructed yet, because most likely you'll be putting the catch part on before you finish assembling this part of your bag. So what I'm going to do is lay the flap on top of the pocket and get an idea of where the catch will land. So we'll just pop this on here, and your pattern for whatever bag you're making will have instructions about placement, but this just gives you a general idea about how this works. So I have the catch on here, and I'm just going to take my pen and make a little mark where the prongs are. And that's where I'll make a slit with my seam ripper. So we'll take this off, and I'll be using my seam ripper to make a little slit here and here. I've got my slits made, and I'm going to take the catch and put the prongs through the slits, push them to the other side. Then I'm going to get out my fray check again. And now we can take our little piece of batting and push that on there. This is optional, but it kind of helps with the layers of metal and the layers of fabric, and it's just a little easier, I think, on your bag if you have some padding in there. So you'll poke those prongs through the batting and then put your back plate on. And again, you're going to push these down flat as best you can. And now keep in mind that this is just the outer pocket and not the lining. So the inside of your pocket will have probably interfacing and lining, and this will be all covered up. Okay, so now we have the catch assembled, and we can snap the lock right into there. And it is finished. So as you can see, this was very easy to install and it adds a professional look to your handmade bags.